Good evening from the land of Smokies. Smokies because I've got a little cone. Oh my god, my eyes are funny. I think the devils are coming out of me because of the incense that I'm burning. Oh my god. Okay, hello. Hello. First, let's address the unicorn. The unicorn mark that I have got that is doing pretty well now, actually. Sometimes last week, probably about a week ago. Well, it kind of started with end of last week sometimes when I sat in the sun for a little bit and my foot, the top part of my body got a bit burnt and red. And sometimes, probably Tuesday, Wednesday this week, I could feel like skin was peeling off my face. And I was peeling it off here too. Until I went to work, and then at work I was like, "Oh, there's a little spot coming on," because I could feel just one little one here. Then by the time I got home that day, that's what it was. So now this is what it looks like. I am seriously being. You can't see too well. See, it's one of them that should be on a dripping thing, dripping as in waterfall kind of a holder. Only I had one, and I thought I had learned my lesson the first time because first time I had one, I know the smoke that pours leaves a nasty smell in whatever. So that thing kept smelling of smoke in my room, so I got rid of it. Anyway, there's the smoke. That's the reason of my eyes being all funny. I told you the story of my unicorn horn. Okay, what's happening? I'm reading Codependent No More. I think you can see it just there. Just there. I cannot reach. It's just there. See it over there. That's what I'm reading currently. And you know when you know you've healed something when it doesn't cause any disturbance inside of you. And now that I'm thinking about it and talking about it out loud, I believe that this is why I've had a bit of a funky day today. Today again, I couldn't put my finger on why I felt a funny way. Not funny haha, but funny unbalanced. I don't know. There were a lot of feelings, a lot of old feelings that were coming up to the surface, and a lot of what is happening right now, and I feel stagnant and not much is moving. I'm saying that, and at the same time, oh my god, there's other bits that are moving. So, so I know it's not true. I know that little voice. And what started it off? Just reading about a codependent person and the traits and seeing myself a lot in them, recognizing where I have been and maybe still am codependent in situations and relationships in my life. I saw it play out. Well, first of all, I started probably with my dad and continued with my ex-husband. Then a big friendship that I had probably close to the end of my marriage with this woman that I was fucking hell so hard trying to save. Oh my god, but I was so unaware at the time. So I forgive myself for the shit moves that I done when I wasn't aware. Now this bracket. Can I forgive myself for doing shit while being aware? Also, the other question is, why would I do shit now with the awareness that I have? That's very interesting, actually. Why would I choose? It's a choice. Once you know something about yourself and you keep repeating it, it's a choice that you make over and over. So, where was I going with this? Oh, the codependent traits and how I recognize those even in my most recent relationship and how unconsciously, even though there was a little bit of me that recognized that I was wanting to save this guy so much. From what? Nothing in particular, but well, there is something in particular, but just the idea of wanting him to be a certain way and mold according to my reality and vision of him and all of that. Not fully, but some of it. It wasn't that awful. Anyway, so now that I've spoken about it, I realize why I've been in this little funk today. Because it's that thing of, oh, again, something else? Oh, have I not worked with this already? Have I not healed this? Have I not moved on from this yet? Do I have to look at it again? Is it the same? Does it have the same flavor? Has the flavor of it changed? I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but my this is so I am so random. I I think that if anybody would point the finger and do any kind of calculations, they would go to the conclusion, get to the conclusion that I have maybe ADHD. I don't believe such things. Like, just hearing myself saying that anyway. But the idea of my 80s hair, because that's what it looks like. I have I normally, if I have my fringe in a partition, it's here on my right side. Now it's on my left, and it looks like, oh, and I haven't even done anything. It's just because the hair is used to being on the other side. It looks so different. And then here, anyway, 80s hair today. Been rocking it. Anyway, distraction. So the idea of, oh, more work, more more places for me to look at myself and not like what I see, because that was probably what rocked my boat. The fact that I don't like looking at those parts of me. I don't like knowing that I'm codependent or have been or recovering codependent, recovering people pleaser. And I feel like the part that's a bit, wow, worried a little bit now, it's me thinking of my kids and my middle one in particular, and how I can see he's so deeply knee deep in people pleasing energy. And the mom part of me worries that he's gonna have to learn to work through that. And maybe part of it is because of me, maybe part of it is not, but blame and shame and guilt. And at the same time, holding space for myself. And as I mentioned earlier, can I forgive myself for the things that I done when I wasn't that aware, or how I behaved? But then also, can I forgive myself and work with the shame and guilt now that I have awareness around it? Why do I choose to keep picking that stick up, right? That's the question. Why, if I know and I'm aware, why do I choose to pick? And what can I do? If there's anything I can do to change that, we'll change it. In the meantime, this is what we're working with. 80s hair and unicorn. Horn coming out of my forehead. You know, sometimes I really wonder who watches these. I still wonder who the heck watches these and watches me talk about myself and and in all my glory. Oh, mind you, I've walked outside in peopling. I've been peopling with this, and I'm saying it because I know for sure, 100% sure, an older version of me would have been so embarrassed by this. Now it's okay. Now it's cabin. It's dry. It's not puffy, but fudge. Last week it was so puffy and so angry. And I haven't covered it. I just let it do its thing and air it out, flaunt it to the world. Mind you, if I had my fringe over again like this, that would have been, and that would have sorted the problem. But I am letting it grow, and I don't know if for good or just for a little bit until I go past the Vipassana retreat. Oh yeah, I am going. That's happening a week from today. I think I'm gonna put this out today. So today is Wednesday. Yes, it is. So a week today, I'm gonna leave towards God knows what. Who knows what I'm putting myself through? I don't. I have an idea a little bit, but I don't know exactly what it's gonna be. I imagine all of these things are gonna come back up for me to look at. Things as codependent guilt, shame, anger, frustration, stories that I hear in my head, like even today, yeah, besides all of the things to do with myself, today very strongly in my face, voices to do with my previous relationship. And those voices that say, how are you not comparing? Because that's what I hear. In all honesty and in all humanness, that's what I hear in my head. We haven't been separated that long. How are you not? Oh, I used to do this with her. Oh, we used to do this. Oh, that's different. Just because you're human. I don't know. I don't know what people do, and I don't know what goes on in their heads. This is what goes in mine, and you're getting the ins and outs of it. And then, of course, this is like the best part of it. But then this is, again, something else that sometimes makes me question myself and my ways and manners after, well, near enough at the end of my working day today. My boss, my cool boss, I don't even know what to call him because I don't see him as my boss. The one normal person that's not that normal. When I say normal, is a person that's part of this human life more. What am I saying? How do I describe this person? Normal, a normal person, but he's not normal because he sees and understands and feels things differently as well. And we had a conversation that, well, maybe about 45 minutes of it, but the same, I don't know, this amazing energy around it where time just feels like it stands still. And we just talk. Or maybe sometimes what I've noticed in this, because this is what makes me question, I talk. I talk a lot. And in those moments, I realize that sometimes it's not me that's talking, or most of the times, as in I make room and whatever comes through comes through. So I get out of my own way. And also, so I don't talk. But what's the other part? I make room for. There's a lot of knowledge that I can channel. I was gonna say a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I have embodied, which is true to a certain extent. I can't poo-poo on my human part that has learned and grown through this journey called life, because it has. And I can tell it has because of what's being reflected outside of me, if nothing else. you know, like the people that I'm surrounded by. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Yeah, the end of the day, just going all smooth, fine, change of energy a little bit, and allowing the phoenix to speak rather than me and my little humanness. And just seeing that sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times, my words just don't go unheard. And it's not even because I'm trying to get anybody to listen to what I have to say or understand my perspective or anything like that. It's just by being me, which is the best, because I've always wanted to just be able to, well, be whoever I am without trying to please anybody, because I was talking about the people pleasing part, or change somebody or control anybody else. Just be me, and that being good enough. And looks like by what I'm doing now, it's exactly what's happening. Am I going anywhere else with this? See, now I've spoken in here. My my smelly incense is burning out. It's nearly dying. So it took about 15 minutes for it to burn. Impressive. It burns a lot quicker than a stick. Stick takes longer. And I do prefer the sticks. Somehow. Anyway, I think that's it for my dear diary of tonight. I'm saying tonight because it's 9 minutes past 8 p.m. I feel tired and I will probably go to sleep early and then see what comes. That's it. Thank you for watching. Why? I don't know.